What is going on, YouTube people? Neo Cards and Comics here today. PSA submission video. I'm recording this shortly after the $15 special rolled out. Not sure when this video is going to get posted. These cards are probably already well on their way to PSA. We have 18 cards that we're sending off, and most of this is stuff from very recent rips on the channel. Lots and lots of Sapphire and pretty much all baseball. Fun little story here we'll talk about real quick. I had those jumbo boxes of Topps Chrome Series 1 2023 laying around. I had 4 of them. I ripped one a couple weeks ago on the live stream. I hit the Gunnar Henderson Rookie Redemption Auto. That should be on its way back to me pretty soon. I got the notification that it was shipping soon. So I said, you know, what the heck? Let's rip the other 3 just for the hell of it. One of them was whatever. I hit like a James Outman auto. I hit a Justin Steele auto. One of them had 2 autos. We'll get to that in a second. And one of them had a Gold Mirror SSP. We'll get to that in a minute as well. Those were all off camera. Those were not recorded. So those will just have to go down in a little personal history for those. All right, let's get into the PSA submission, and then we'll tease those 2 cards that I hit on the back end here because they're the last, or one of them is the last one in the submission, and then one is a redemption, which obviously isn't going to be in this submission. Okay, first up, we got a Valdez on these Bowman guys. I would be lying to you if I told you I knew a ton about them. I just looked them up to see if they sold pretty well or not. That one is an orange out of 75 from Bowman Chrome Sapphire. We got the Rushman Atomic Rookie of the Year. This is out of 150. I hit that during that live stream. The Mayer Gold Auto out of 50. I think this one's going to end up being a 9, but for 15 bucks, I would rather just have it slabbed up. There is a little mark on that back right corner, but we'll see how she does. I forget when I opened this one, but I believe it was on camera. Bobby Miller, Sapphire Aqua out of 99. He's a pretty hyped pitcher for the Dodgers. We got the Caba Yellow Sapphire out of 50. Raw, this was selling for, I don't remember, but like decent enough. One of the nicer cards in the submission, the Michael Harris Orange Wave out of Topps Chrome. This is out of 25. I thought this card looked really, really clean. So I think this has a pretty good shot to 10. Probably the biggest card in this submission. Potentially the second biggest card in the submission, most likely the biggest. This is the Jackson Holiday Sapphire out of 25 purple from Sapphire Selections. One of the inserts hit this live on the channel. If this 10s, I'll probably get upcharged, I would imagine, because raw these go for between 250 and 300 bucks. So we're pushing the limit on that one a little bit. Michael Harris out of Topps Chrome Sapphire. Nothing too crazy there. Matt McLean ×2 out of Bowman Sapphire. We got an Adley out of Bowman Sapphire. We got a Jordan Walker out of Bowman Sapphire. Feline Seston out of Bowman Sapphire. I probably shouldn't be sending this one. This is probably going to 9. It is a little OC. Out of Bowman University, we got Caleb Williams and a Bo Nix, both out of Sapphire, Bowman University. Michael Harris Mojo Refractor. I think these do like 50 bucks on a PSA 10. Out of one of the boxes that I opened, hit a Nolan Jones Orange Foil out of 299. He's pretty popular. This is probably borderline on whether I should be sending it or not. And then here's the fun one that I hit out of one of the boxes of Series 1 Jumbo. And it is the J-Rod Gold Mirror SSP. If this 10s, I will be getting upcharged on this. Raws for these are doing between 250 and 300 as well. I think this looks pretty clean. Maybe a little tiny surface mark, but on paper card, it's kind of hard to tell. I think this looks pretty decent. I think it's at least a 9, and I think it has a decent shot to 10. The centering looks pretty good. I didn't see anything super crazy on the surface. Most of the corners look pretty good to me. I didn't see anything significant, but you never know with good old PSA. So that one is going to be going off to them. And then this obviously won't be able to get sent in because it is a redemption. But one of my boxes that I already hit an auto in, I also hit a redemption. And I got the Topps Revenants Aaron Judge patch auto card. I believe these are game used patches. They, from what I could tell, these are all numbered out of 10 and extremely hard to hit. It looks like one was redeemed already because there was a sold one on eBay for $500. So I will take that all day long. And I will be looking to move this once I get it back because I do not like the Yankees. So obviously, like some sapphire base and stuff like that in there. I tried not to get too cute like I did on the last submission. There's probably a couple borderline cards in there that are probably going to 9 that, in all honesty, I probably should not be sending or should be slightly more selective on, but is what it is. With this being mostly baseball, that was kind of what I had laying around, but it actually works out perfect along with those couple Bowman Sapphire quarterbacks, Caleb and Bo Nix. I'm assuming these are probably going to take about 2 months to get back to me, so I should see them in early March. It would be amazing if I got them back before the Ship Shawana show, which I believe is the first weekend in March. That's probably going to be pushing it. I'll be surprised if I get that lucky. We'll see. I am planning on getting these in the mail the day after the special went live. Like I said, I'm recording this that night. These are getting boxed up and these are getting dropped off at the post office first thing tomorrow morning. The Sapphire quarterbacks will also work out perfect because I will have those back and slabbed up in time for the NFL draft, which would probably be the best time to exit out of those. So I think timing wise, this should work out pretty good. Even if this goes long and it takes longer than I think it should, say it goes a full 60 business days, which would be the end of March, I would still be getting most of this stuff back right as baseball season is starting. So either way, I think I'm in pretty good shape there in regards to the timing window. And that is something you always want to consider when you're sending stuff like this in. Like if you're sending guys in that are about to go make deep playoff runs in football, that could be a little dicey because a lot can change. You might actually be better off selling the card raw or maybe SGCing it and getting it back before the playoffs even start. So timing is very important when it comes to this stuff. And it just by happenstance worked out that all the cards that I am sending work out really good from a timing window perspective. A lot of these cards aren't monsters. There's some pretty decent sized stuff in here. The Mayor Gold is a pretty decent card. The Michael Harris out of 25 is a pretty decent card. The Holiday is obviously pretty big. And then the Goldmere SSP J-Rod is pretty big. And then other than that, it's filled in with a lot of like base chrome sapphire. This is the stuff that, you hope it tens and it's $15 to grade it. I rip this stuff. If you could get 50 or $60, I don't know what these will go for. There's no comps on them yet. That's perfectly okay to me. I was pretty picky on this stuff. I think I had an Adley or two that I decided not to send because of surface or centering stuff. Probably the most questionable one in this submission is the Nolan Jones because it is OC top to bottom a little bit. The Michael Harris is probably borderline given the sales point, but I actually do like Michael Harris quite a bit. He had a pretty decent season last year, and I guess upon looking on it, this is a pretty heavy Michael Harris sub because we have the orange out of 25, the base sapphire, and then the Mojo refractor back there in the back. So see what happens. Got a nice little mix of prospect kids, some hyped guys, some flyer guys, some college football, and then the J-Rod is the big boy there along with the Jackson Holiday. So, and then obviously unrelated to the submission, but pretty cool to hit this. So like I said earlier, out of the 4 Series 1 jumbos, Gunnar Henderson, Rookie of the Year redemption auto, Aaron Judge, game used patch auto out of 10, I believe, and then the J-Rod SSP along with a few other things. Nothing super crazy. Like I said, I think my other autos, one was a complete whiff, and then one was a Justin Steele, but the auto was very smudged. And then a James Outman that I almost included in this submission. It's just a base auto, but it is OC top to bottom and left to right ever so slightly. So when it's OC both ways, I don't like including those. So got to get these bundled up and off to PSA, and we will see these guys back in a couple of months. Catch you boys and girls in the next one. Peace.